Alright, it is Monday. I still sound horrible. I actually felt better over the weekend, but I think this could be allergy. I think I have an allergy for whatever, so I had to move out a lot of cars. A few cars got dropped off. Got this car dropped off. Has the ISR EVO 8 and 9 kit. I think it's got the toy which I just installed recently, but whoever installed it did a terrible job. That's why it just ended up here. So it took me a while to actually got this car on the lift, but just at the glance we already see the coolant oil everywhere on this car. Yeah, the camera doesn't really show much, but it's pretty much everywhere. He needs another bunk made for the O2 housing on the wide bed. For the aftermarket wide bed, has horrible leak, but I already see this gasket doesn't even belong to this one, and the downpipe is not the same size. You can see the flange is a lot smaller, so I'm gonna actually ask him if he wants to do anything about this one, because that's just gonna leak like crazy. One bolt is not all the way in. Is anything wrong with the feed line at least? And even the return line fitting has some leaks here and there, so we need a lot of brake cleaner in this one. But I'm just gonna get this cracking. It's around 11:30. I already took care of everything inside. I'm gonna get this going so that I could get out of here early, or work on my car, my beautiful half-ass made car now. So it's been painted. I don't know what happened. I probably lost my memory card, but it's been painted. Got the tow hook installed, welded and whatever in place. It looks good from here, but then if you go up close, you can see the imperfection of the paint. So I'm like, what happened here? Looks like whatever is the base metal had some type of chemical reaction. So whatever I do to it, I even sand it down, I spray again, it just melts and pretty much forms up again. So it was actually pretty good for, I just had a few spots look like that. So I just kind of sand it down, spray over, it just started like spreading out. So Jake is back. Welcome back. He got a little sick last week on Thursday, so he's feeling better, but I think he got what I got. Or, according to him, a little bit more worse. Excuses. Huh? What'd you say? Oh, yes. Yes. So yeah, just got this turbo off the car. Apparently this car is set for like a month after, well, during the installation, whoever he took it to. So, yeah. Oh, there is that the bolt, transmission bolt that's just hanging out there. Oh, nah. So whoever has been taking it to, yeah, I mean, I had to take the whole manifold off. Like I was gonna just take the turbo off, but I just realized that the motor mount was on the way, and yet, good thing I did, because like this thing was leaking, as you can see, everywhere. Like you can see the dark spots like that. And it was really like hand tight, and one down here was literally just on there, just to be there. It wasn't even tightened, so it was gonna have some massive leaks when we're like making power and whatnot. So there's a coolant oil that's just been sitting here, and turbo even got rusted just by sitting there, because this side won't be opening up at all till you see the boost anyway. You see targeted boost anyway, so it wasn't like sealed up properly, and it's just started rusting. Not a big deal, but either way, I'm gonna redo the coolant line, return line here. Definitely, this is after wiping it off. And somebody went in there to just kind of seal it up with the silicone, I see, but didn't work. So, alright, so here's what happened. I've never seen this before, but just wanted to share. So here's the return line gasket. Whoever installed it got this folded if the camera will pick up, but see this layer is folded together. So literally, this was actually higher than the other side, so hence why it was leaking from just one side. Yeah, that's horrible. You see it was just coming out from this side, sipping out. I suspected the coolant fittings didn't have the crush washer. So that was one of the reasons why it was leaking. One side was actually fine without, but you know, that's there for a reason, just to seal it up. So, and also these lines are actually really loose as well. So whoever installed it, I usually see a lot of over torqued, over tightened bolts and nuts, but this guy was pretty much doing everything by hand, or he was just like weak as fuck. Oh fuck. There, one more. Okay, hit my wheel, Jake. I mean, that's on the way. I mean, it's already messed up, so it's, I'll be hitting it too, like. But yeah, I'm gonna actually weld another bung here for the wideband. So this one, you could use it for wideband, and this one could be the secondary sensor. You can't like just completely bypass the secondary. But as you can see, whoever worked on it, it's all like crushed. So you can't just use a regular wrench on these things. You gotta use a different O2 sensor socket. So once you strip this down, you could throw some different voltage code, and as you can see on this sensor, which is the primary and also factory wideband, it's about to get ripped off. So imagine that thing just getting ripped off, and it's right at the end. So we're gonna probably do something about this one here, if it can focus. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just not gonna waste no time. Welding another bung here. So I just had to block off this hole. Just kind of take the whole thing around. Just kind of made a flat surface, so I could just retap the whole thing. Something machine shop would do, but we could just do it in house. So their turbo kit, they didn't sell many, so I noticed that that's when they actually, or used to be ISIS, not ISR. So got the hole drilled. I'm gonna punch it in and take it. All right, so got the third bung welded, and now it's in order. This is the so this is the wideband for the wideband. So this is for the wideband gauge. First one, factory wideband, and this is the second factory second O2 sensor, which still needs to be in place. Again, don't space it out or anything. Leave it like this, because you're gonna get different codes. We can bypass the CAT efficiency code, which you will fail the inspection. Depends on the state, but most likely you'll fail the inspection regardless. But at least we'll bypass the check engine light. Dang, now I feel bad, but he's doing really good. Last couple hours, that's what Jake's been doing. Oh, yeah, he's been messing up. Just kidding. So he's been just pretty much fixing my mess, while I'm actually fixing someone else's mess right there. So it's actually down to bare metal. You did a really good job on this one. Yeah, I'm like really thankful to Jake for doing this, because this is like dirty work. Yeah, so basically I'm gonna have to repeat everything, but Jake's been just grinding the ugliest paint off to bare metal. Wow. But on the side, I was retapping, welding the bolt and whatever, because all the threads were all seized up pretty much. I was able to rethread some of these, but I wasn't 100% sure, so I just kind of tacked these bolts so they don't come loose. Worst case, if somebody wants to take it off, all you have to do is just like apply a little bit of pressure, it'll just break off. Better to be safe than sorry. I do that to all the turbo installs, because once this thing actually starts leaking, it's just gonna be an issue. So hopefully nothing got warped or anything, and it's ready to go back in. Everything's sealed up for fitting. Now we have crush washers. Return line is actually back on with new gasket, and it's all torqued down evenly, so should be good now. Now ready to go back in. All right, so everything's been cleaned. As you can see earlier, it was like full of coolant and oil down here. Pretty much cleaned up everything, nice and dry, so it's gonna be easier for us to see if anything leaks or anything later. So yeah, I had Jake to grind this thing down to the metal, and he really grind it down to metal. So this is like, maybe I should keep it this way before I mess it up again. So Jake's just putting some nuts, these nuts on that manifold. I did another, like I did so many coats on this, it's not even funny. You can see some runs here, but eventually it'll look nicer. Sand it down, do a pass. I was more worried about that thing just appearing again, but Jake did a good job on this one for prepping it, and I just ruined it. So, but it looks really good compared to what it looked like earlier.